Hi, my name is Kathy Skalka, and today we are going to be cooking one of my easy go-to meals, which is a buffalo white bean dip. Now this dip is perfect for the days that you don't feel like cooking and you don't have a lot of ingredients on hand, but yet you want something warm. And I like to make this because it's quick, it's easy, but it's not lacking on flavor just because it doesn't have a lot of ingredients. And it's very filling. Why? Because it's beans is the main ingredient. So let's start cooking. All right, so the very first thing that we want to do is soften our onions. So right now I have a half onion, yellow onion that I already pre-chopped, and I'm just putting it into my hot pan that I already have going. Okay, and so all you want to do, now we do not cook with oil, as you know. All we like to do is use water or broth. So right now I'm just going to add a little bit of water, and I'm going to let that cook down a little bit. And it takes about maybe 5-7 minutes, not very long, depending how soft you like your onions to be. Sometimes you can really let them cook longer and they'll caramelize very nicely, which is it gives it an extra sweetness flavor to it. Or you can just wait until the onions get pretty soft. I already have on hand some onions that I did already caramelize, and so I will show you that. As you can see, they caramelize very nicely, and this was just water. I had no oil at all. So it browned out very nicely, and that took probably about 7 minutes. And so after we have the onions browned like that, then we want to add a teaspoon of smoked paprika. That will really give it a good flavor. And then we also want to add a half a teaspoon of ground coriander. So as you can see, I have that already pre-measured, and we're just going to dump that in here. Make sure you get all the extra stuff that sticks to the bottom here. This is the good stuff. And then you also, it calls for 2 garlics. And I already peeled these with my fun little peel. If you guys don't have one of these are so handy. All you do is cut up your clove, and then you roll this, and magically it already unwraps. It's the greatest invention. Anyway, so it calls for 2 of these. You want to take your a grated onion, you want to grate it right over the pan. It doesn't take very long. This really gives it good flavor. This is a zester. I use this for my limes or lemons whenever it calls for zesting, but I also use it for my garlic whenever it calls for grated garlic. I don't have anything fancy. You don't need another, you can get a grater, a garlic grater, but I find this is very easy just to use. So it calls for 2 garlic cloves grated. And again, I'm just going to turn this down now. I have it at about medium heat. And oh, this is smelling really good already. And you just want these ingredients to marry. And what I mean by marry is just kind of get all the flavor going, mix. Ooh, this is really smelling good. Okay, so we get that, maybe about a minute is all that it takes. And then after that, you add 2 cups of cannelli beans, and make sure you get the ones with no salt added. And if you do get the ones with the salt, make sure to really, really rinse it off. And then here's the star ingredients: a half a cup of Frank's hot sauce. Trust me, it will be good and not too spicy. And then 3 tablespoons of tahini. And then you get that in here, and you mix that up. And as that mixes up, it comes together just like this. As you can see, you mix it together. And then you take your smasher and you smash that down, and you get this as your final product, which could be made into tacos. It could be made into a taco dip, or with chips. These are just corn tortillas. And make sure to finish it off with the salad. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you.